So I got a Corvette. You guys are looking at it right now. So this is my update video for the month. I know I could do more of these per month, or more of these as the months go by, but I only want to do them really when I've got pertinent information, or things have progressed to the point where I've got something to say. I don't want to just sit here and yammer on, even though you guys would probably appreciate that too. Anyway, a couple updates with the car. You'll notice that the window is substantially clearer. I've got a little bit more left on the tint that I have to remove. That has been a gigantic endeavor that I've wanted to go through. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be darkening this window out pretty much to where you can't see into it. I'm going to do the side windows a little darker. Well, there's no tint on them at all, but I'm going to do the side windows, to where there's some tint on them. Not much, just enough to have a splash of darkness. So anyway, over the winter, I didn't really get much accomplished. I just really simply didn't have enough time to do anything. Let's see here. Just kind of a rundown of all my travels. We went to the Super Museum in Metropolis, Illinois, after the Corvette Museum, and after Mammoth Caves. So I went through there, and I did a couple of videos where, we were just kind of cruising along the highway and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Most notable roads that the car's been on. Under my ownership, the car hasn't been on California US 66, but this is, I've been on Route 66 and a few other places. Anyway, this is, homage to the car being a California car. So, that being said. So one thing that I did do, something really cool. Let me get the hood open here. I just got done changing the oil in the car. I did do a couple of modifications to the car. The first modification, I will say, is more of a cosmetic thing. I had a situation where when I was doing my after winter inspection, one of the spark plug wires decided it was going to snap in half, and so that wasn't cool. I figured I could get another season out of them, but clearly they had other things in mind. So I ended up developing an issue with fuel delivery, and that became a big issue. So big, in fact, everything has... You see my wheels aren't white yet. Yeah, well, that's because other things have come up, and I've had to divert the funds that I wanted to put into the car via other means. I had to go different directions with things. So anyway, so I was gonna go with the red spark plug wires, but realistically, I think that blue NGK wire set really, really pops, and I think it does a pretty good job drawing you in with the way that the stripe is. So it gives you some blue in here as well. I'm not going to do any white because obviously white would get pretty dingy, and you've got the silver anyway. So one could say, oh well, the silver's in reference to the white or whatever. Anyway, so the biggest modification that I did to the car so far is not really a modification so much as, like I said, I had a fuel delivery issue. It was on the driver's side. I had two injectors hang up on me. In my California videos, you can hear the car kind of making noise. I was suspecting it might be the clutch trying to go out, or the throwout bearing was making noise. I'm not sure that's what it was, because all of that noise is gone now. And I didn't suspect anything initially because, well, who would? Because you're not, I mean, you're trusting in a check engine light. Anyway, you'll notice something here. That is a Bosch 3 injector. So I upgraded to Bosch 3 injectors. These are the old Multec fuel injectors. You know, I did have them cleaned prior to putting the car on the road for my ownership. And then I had them cleaned again after a few thousand miles, just because it just felt like I was having a miss somewhere. And I suspected these guys were the problem, since everything else was, you know, checking out fine. Anyway, I got these off of fuelinjectorconnection.com. Really good people. I called them up, chatted with them about some other vehicles that I've got, and they were exceptionally helpful. Probably they're going to be, well, there's no probably. They are going to be getting my business in the future. Oh my Lord, come on. Anyway, so if you go on the website, they actually have a tuned set for LT4s. All of these injectors are flow matched. They give you a little sheet, you know, as far as, you know, how your injectors are going to perform. Anyway, because of this little conundrum here, I think, and this is after a few times driving it, cycling it, doing the programmed drive for, you know, the recommended GM drive, and, you know, just, you know what I'm talking about, how the service manual tells you how to drive, right, after you've serviced something. Well, I've been clearing the codes, running the car, clearing the codes, running the car, and have catalytic converter code. And a couple of my buddies that, you know, do this stuff for a living said catalytic converter is dead. So, probably my driver's side catalytic converter is toast. Probably happened when the fuel injectors hung open. Anyway, as far as the wiring is concerned for this is the part number for the NGK wires that I'm using here. I think they look pretty slick. They're factory replacement. They're not like 8mm wires or anything. I do have a few snippets of video on how I did the video, or how I did the replacement on the driver's side of for the spark plug wires. I'll fashion it into a proper video, and I'll show you guys a little bit better on how to, you know, get that accomplished. Anyway, guys, as far as that's concerned, so I have an issue now where I need to get a catalytic converter. From my understanding, from talking to people, you know, people that are, you know, I mean, it is not causing any drivability issues, but what it is causing is the check engine light. The fuel mileage isn't suffering, other than my left foot, you know, doing the damage on the fuel mileage. Acceleration's awesome. You know, starting from a stop is fantastic. The car is actually doing way better. I mean, this thing is actually performing a lot like a new car is. And if you guys are wondering what I'm stepping on here, it's my old tent. Look how purple that is. Tell me you were installed in the 90s without telling me you were installed in the 90s. Anyway, so I've got this situation now where I need to get new catalytic converters. I could simply just delete them. But I'm kind of on the fence on what I want to do here, because I do want a set of long tube headers. I've wanted a set of long tube headers for a long time. I might get a set of long tube headers. Any recommendations out there would be fantastic. But anyway, I don't want to do just regular steel headers. I want to do stainless steel. I found a place that can do titanium exhaust for me, but I'm not really sure I want to go that direction with it, because, you know, titanium, when it heat cycles, eventually it'll just crack and I really don't want that. I mean, any metal will fatigue. Just steel is a lot better. It's more malleable as far as heat cycling is concerned. But anyway, the stainless steel I think is where I'm going to go with the exhaust. Now, any recommendations on that would be fantastic, guys. But anyway, just running through the car real quick. Like, I'm not trying to make this car into like a money pit. This is my car, so if anybody's concerned with how much money I'm putting into it, that's on you. So I am getting another C4. I am in the market for another C4. Just the right one hasn't come by yet. I am going to be getting some Grand Sport / Collector's Edition calipers for the front. Not sure where I'm going to source those, but I do have a plan for that, which involves me just basically scavenging them off of a collector's edition at some point. So we'll figure that out. But anyway, I am going to be getting another C4, and I'm basically going to go front to back, make videos on it. And they're going to be really nice videos. You guys will be able to follow along. You guys will be able to understand what you're doing, how you're doing it. And, basically it's going to be a situation where I drain all the fluids out of the car, take it apart like 5-6 times, and then you guys get to see how I'm doing it. So, not only that, but, there's a lot of people out there that don't have the cameras that I do from my other endeavors, photography-wise, that this can really help out. So, anyway, guys, questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Like I said in previous videos, I do have a Patreon set up. There's no pressure. You don't have to worry about, contributing for my sake or anything. Just if you do contribute to it, just know that it's going to go right into the car. Everything's going to go right into the car. When I get another one, then it's going to go right into both of the cars. So, you're going to be, helping contribute to that. So just a rundown of what still needs to be done to the car. I want to do the wheels white. So the wheels are going to be white. I'm just going to do them solid white. I'm not going to have the beauty ring look, the silver lip. I'm not going to do that. If I do want to do that later, I'll do it in paint. I won't do it. But anyway, I'm going to powder coat them white, and that's going to be that. The seats are, I'm getting a custom set of Grand Sport seats made that are in beige. So we're going to stick with the beige just to really irritate people that are purists. Maintenance items that are concerned. Like I said, catalytic converter. I need to replace that on the driver's side at the very least. I'm going to throw some O2 sensors at it, see if that clears it up. If that doesn't clear it up, then I'm going to go at, replacing the catalytic converter or getting long tube headers, one of the two. But anyway, if I do long tube headers, I'm going to get high flow cats. So it's still going to have cats on it. So, that's all I need is get pulled over and inspected by somebody in California or whatever, which, I do plan to drive through again. So anyway, clutch, I do want to replace that and convert the flywheel to a solid flywheel rather than the dual mass. I'm going to do that conversion. I'm going to update the flywheel and get a clutch for it. That's going to be sooner rather than later. While I do that, I'm going to do the clutch master and slave, and that'll be done. At some point here soon, I'm going to have to do brakes. I probably will get one more year out of these brakes, but I'm not going to push it past that, so that's definitely going to be a winter project. I'm going to do cross-drilled and slotted rotors. I think that'll look cool. And, I'll just do some heavier-duty brake pads, something that, is just going to grind the heck out of those new rotors and really wreck them real quick, Anyway, my objective is, I might do a big brake conversion. I don't know, but I'm not getting rid of these wheels, so whatever I do is going to have to fit in them wheels. So, yeah, on that. Sun visors. Gonna need to do something with the sun visors. These are broken. Yeah. There's a few bits that I want to change. I'm gonna probably get red seat belts. So that's probably gonna change to that. Red or blue. I might do blue. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do here. But anyway, so that's gonna be that. Let me think here. What else needs to be done to the car? Oh yeah, you're gonna love this, guys. So I rebuilt these motors, and that was a little while ago. You see down here, that is a crack in this housing. So, yay! I get to replace my rebuilt housing. So awesome. So I might what I might end up doing, since I know all my stuff in this is good, I might just get a broken one from somebody that has messed up internals, and I'll just swap all the parts over. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. It works still, but it's gonna break further, and that's gonna be that. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you. I got a Champion radiator. I did have to modify some things, and I know that some people like going with there's a brand, I forget what they are, but anyway, everybody's like, oh yeah, go with them. It's like $1,500. It's not that crazy, but it's like $1,500 to drop in replacement aluminum radiator. Awesome, cool. And I'm like, I'm okay. I'll just put a radiator from a known vendor in, and I'll just deal with it. So I've got 3 or 4 of these that I've used in my lifetime, and none of them have given me a problem. Let's see, what else? Shoot. Shocks. I'm going to put heavier duty springs on the car, so I'm going to go with Z51 springs at some point here soon. That's probably going to be a winter project. I had issues in California with my rear spring and shocks. When I got home, I replaced the hard rubber pads on the spring, not the end ones, not the ones out here, but the ones that actually where the spring rests on, on the differential, those pads. Anyway, I replaced those, and then I discovered that it is not quite. It wasn't the spring pads at all. I've got a dead shock on the driver's side here, which sucks because it's not dead. It's just it's significantly weaker than the passenger side. So I can drive. I can do whatever I need to. The car runs fine, but I feel like I'm about 200 pounds heavier on the driver's side than I am on the passenger side rear, which sucks. But you know what? They're Bilsteins, so I can get them rebuilt. I'm also thinking about coil spring conversion, but then again, that would change the way that the car handles, and I do like the way that the car handles. I don't really, with my modifications, want to go in a direction that changes the car from what it is, too dramatically. But anyway, well, guys, that's going to do it for this month's update. If something else pops up, I will do something. I'll make a video on it. I'm sure that there's something else that I'm missing that happened up since between the last video and this video, and I'll let you know. Yeah, so things that are going to need to happen in order of appearance. Let's see here. What's gonna need to happen? Catalytic converter needs to be addressed. I'm gonna do the O2 sensors first, and then we'll just do what we can with that. I think I'll save up for a proper header set on for the car, and then go with that. So I think that's gonna consume a lot of my quote modification money this year, and yeah, that's just what it's gonna be. So headers, we're gonna do shocks, and then if need be, the springs. I know the springs, I want to do Z51 springs anyway. So we're just going to probably end up doing that anyway. Z51 spring is going to be stiffer anyway, and I'll be able to hold more in the back with a stiffer spring anyway. So if I'm traveling and I've got a few extra bags or a few extra gizmos that I picked up along the way, you know, I'll be able to toss them in the back and not have to worry as much. My glass top needs to be fixed. It is separated from the frame. So if you do see me pop this thing on for pictures, that's all I'm doing with it really. I'll drive it around the block, but it's not getting much more attention than that. And then this right here is going to get fixed. Those things there are going to get fixed. And, I think, I might put braces, you know, frame braces on it. I might do that eventually, but that's not going to be a this year project. And then seats will probably come after I get another C4. So, as you can see, the seats aren't real bad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up getting another C4, and, you know, then I can, you know, do my magic to everything here. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's going to do it for the video. I know I've tried to end the video twice already, but this is really legitimately the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know your experiences with your Corvette. And thanks for watching. So I got a Corvette, and you're looking at it. Thanks for watching.